sports fans, this is Steven Hill for JustMyPicks.com, and I'm bringing you a very special Seahawks versus Saints matchup on Monday Night Football. A lot of guys are going to be gassed up for this. Looking down the schedule, this is maybe one of the best weeks for football we have in the NFL throughout this whole calendar year. Once again, I want to tell you guys happy holidays to you and your families. Be very safe. And also, I want to jump right into this. In this game, you're going to have a lot of defense. Because the Saints defense has improved a little bit and the Seahawks, you're looking at the very dominant football team as far as defense goes. You're looking at a chess match. Then somebody has to win. It's either bend or break. Drew Brees with his prolific offense where you have a lot of weapons on one side of the offensive ball, and on defense where the Seahawks can really get after a quarterback, a running back with those front four, and they could potentially bring corners off the edges. They could potentially blitz with linebackers and safeties, as we've seen throughout weeks upon weeks upon weeks throughout this NFL season, and they somehow seem to always pull the win out. You're looking at a different dynamic when you're dealing with Drew Brees, a shorter quarterback who can hide behind offensive linemen but yet still sees down the field very accurately. You're looking at the Saints team that is rolling. After beating the Falcons, you look at the Saints as feeling good about themselves because they've won a couple of games that's been dogfights. So you're looking at the Saints, them having confidence and swagger, but the only problem is they're playing away from the New Orleans Dome, and that is scary because sometimes this team doesn't play like the Saints. Sometimes they play like a different team. On the other hand, the Seahawks have the same problem, playing worse than they really are away from the field in Seattle. So looking at this game, I'm looking at both these teams from top to bottom, and I'm saying, Percy Harvin is back, but he is not fully 100% back yet. He doesn't have that full 0 to 60 speed just yet. He's almost there, but looking at the weapons around him, he makes them better instantly because you have to guard Percy Harvin and account for him each and every play, not just at the running back position, but at the wide out running back, potentially put him in a tight end. You can have him at anywhere on the field because of his speed. He makes mismatches all over the field. You're going to see a couple of 4 to 5 wide receiver sets from the Seahawks. You're going to have these guys going back and forth, but the only thing that I don't think they'll be able to do is keep up with the Saints. The big question is, will Russell Wilson be able to keep up with Drew Brees and that Saints offense if they get to popping off? Also, with the emergence of Mark Ingram, you see that he's been hurt throughout his whole career, but when he's healthy, he does play, he does run hard, and that's one of the Seahawks' biggest weakness because at times they cannot stop the run. Even though their pass defense is awesome, at times they get gaped deep in games. We've seen the Buccaneers do it to them. We've seen teams that have less talent than them do it to them. So that's the only thing that scares me. But the X factor in this football game, will Jimmy Graham be able to be 100% in time for this football game? I just don't see it. Even though Jimmy Graham does do a lot of great things for Drew Brees, I think that defense and the Legion of Boom will be over him each and every play and try to stop him from doing anything he wants to do. I feel like the Seahawks will have an advantage on Drew Brees because they have just too many playmakers on defense, and Marshawn Lynch will be able to do what he does best, which is run the ball, eat those Skittles, and keep this train moving. I'm picking the Seattle Seahawks to win this football game by a little bit. I don't think this by any means will be a blowout or be a high-scoring affair. I feel like both these defenses has improved just enough to slow each other down and get in each other's way. I feel like the Saints have a lot of offensive weapons, but the Seahawks on defense have just too many weapons and just too many potential Pro Bowl players or all-pro players for this year on their football team. So that's how I feel. Do you feel like the Saints are going to win? Do you feel like I was wrong? Or do you feel like you agree with me and say the Seahawks are going to win? Check me out at JustMyPicks.com. You can also check me out on YouTube /JustMyPicksTV. Remember to comment under this video and let your thoughts be known to the world. Let us debate with you, good or bad. Also, check out next week's prediction for Week 14 and all of the other great videos we have coming up for you. Thank you very much and have a blessed holiday.